Also, just wanted to make a quick note here. In this market, again, I've gone over it already a couple times in a few different videos here, but it's definitely not a breakout, breakdown style of market. If even if the market is on a dead cat bounce like it was today, you're better off buying into rising support, buying the dip versus buying the breakouts. Let me show you something. If you look at this dotted line going across the screen here, this is a 30-minute opening range. This is a first hour candle close. And if you would have gotten long here and you're not taking a quick take profit, 5 points, 8 points, 10 points, and you're one of those traders, well, maybe you're going to give it 10, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, to kind of see if it's going to pan out. You would have been just absolutely destroyed. Quickly wicks you in, pulls right back, wicks you in again, pulls right back, and would have stopped you out. Doesn't really break out over that level until very, very late in the day, almost, in power hour before the market was going to close. But if I zoom in here again, if you want to buy the market long, okay, especially for longs, and I'm not really speaking for the shorts per se as much because the sellers are definitely a little bit more in control, being that we are trading below the 50-day moving average. But if you run into a day where we are in a little bit of a dead cat bounce and you're thinking about, hey, maybe I want to buy this long, I want to buy the 30-minute opening range, I want to buy the initial balance high or something like that, and I want to play the breakout markets, going higher, wait for the pullback. And I want to give you two levels where the market has been reacting pretty good here: 50 EMA, 50 SMA, also 200 EMA, and then a 200 SMA. That's it. Okay. It's going to require you to be a little bit more patient. It's going to require you to sit on your hands a little bit more, but especially in conditions that we're in, you need to absolutely force yourself, train that muscle of discipline, train that muscle of patience. Because if you just go into the market just because we're green and you're buying every little spike higher, you could be buying the top the way a lot of people bought this breakout here off the open. Again, and this is a setup that I use all the time. I'm looking at that first initial hour candle close. I'm looking at the 10 a.m. Eastern breakout and continuation. And quite frankly, there was a breakout, no continuation. So, in fact, where's the better opportunity if the market is going to be on a dead cat bounce? The market is going to, maybe put in an inside day or put in a little bit of a rally. Okay. Because even in a down market, even in a choppy market, even in a bear market, even in a correction market, you're going to have those green days. You're going to have those trades to the upside. So you're looking to buy the rising support, i.e., 50 SMA, 50 EMA, because look at what we do once we come down into those levels. We test, 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 and then springboard off. Now, how do you get in off those levels? Wait for them to be tested, wait for them to be breached, and then wait for a candle to reclaim them, meaning you want a candle to close back over. Once that candle closes back over, then put a little bit of a risk and maybe use like the 5 simple moving average as a trailing stop. Look at what happens once we come down into the 89 EMA, we come down into the 100 SMA. So what I'm trying to get at here is that you need to use larger moving averages for these bounces: 50, 100. You can use the 89 EMA. You can use the 200, right? So those are some of the key points that I really want you guys to take away, because multiple times today, this market on March the 16th, did we come into that 50, okay? We come into that 89, okay? And then we got that nice little aggressive bounce, okay? So go ahead and go back, look at your 50 simple moving average, okay? Look at once we close back above it, you get a little bit of a spike. Look at when you come down into, okay, your 89 EMA. Look at when you come down into your 100 EMA and you close back above it. You get a little bit of a spike. Okay. Now, you don't need to run all of these moving averages. If you want to keep it very, very simple, I would run a 5. If you want to keep it very simple, I would run a 20, 50, and 200. Okay. If you can handle that and you want to expand, I would use a 5 to trail your entries and stop losses. I would use a 20 simple moving average or the EMA, whatever your choice is. I would use a 50 a 100, and a 200. So it's not that many, right? It's 4 or 5 moving averages. 5, 20, 50, 100, 200. Use those. Look for dips off of the 50. Not so much the 20. Look for dips off of the 50. Look for dips off of the 100. Look for dip buys opportunities off of the 200. Yes, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but it's going to protect you from just buying at the top wick. Hope this helps. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys want to try this out on an Apex evaluation. 85% off right now using code DAnthony. That link is down in the description box below. I will catch all of you guys on the next video.